friends, welcome to Delectable Flavors. Today I'm going to share a dessert recipe with you which is called the MOONG DAL HALWA. Believe me, it's really delicious and sweet, and it's kind of healthy as well. So I'm going to show you the ingredients we need. So we need 1 cup of moong dal, which is also called as the yellow lentils, and you need 1.5 tablespoon of gram flour, which is also known as besan. You need 1.5 tablespoon of semolina, which is also known as sooji, and you need 3/4 cup of sugar. You can use a finely grinded sugar, or you can use a granulated sugar, or you can use the crystal sugars, whatever works for you. All forms are fine. You need about 2 to 3 tablespoons of clarified butter, or you can use white butter, but make sure the butter is unsalted, because salted one will not give you that good flavor and a taste. You need about 10 cashews. You need to finely chop them into small pieces, and you need about 600 milliliter of milk, and I have about 5 milliliter of milk in this little cup, and I'm going to use this, which is called saffron. I'm going to use few strands of saffron, and I'm going to put it in the milk, and I'm going to leave it on a side because it's going to give a nice yellow color to our moong dal halwa. And I do have a green elaichi powder, which is known as Elettaria cardamom, and you need about 15 almonds. And out of these 15 almonds, I'm going to put about 5 to 6 almonds in here, and the rest of the almonds I'm going to chop them into small pieces. So I'm going to put these almonds in here because when I'm going to wash this dal, and I'm going to use as this dal stock for the halwa, so these almonds will help the halwa not to stick to the bottom of the pot. So that's why I'm adding these almonds. So this is kind of a little secret that we need to be aware of. So I'm going to transfer into a big bowl, and I'm going to wash it. So I washed moong dal. This is what it looks like after washing. You can make this halwa with you know, the dal that you can boil in a pressure cooker, and after that you can use it for the moong dal halwa, or you can use you know, just dal like this. You washed it and then you can dry it. You can do an air dry if you want. So what I'm going to do is, like, in a meanwhile, if I need to do something and in the morning I can wash the dal and put it on the side so it can be air dried. If you want, you can double the quantity, and then you can kind of prepare a stock for it. So once the stock is ready, then you can use based on your needs, and this stock can be stored up to 6 months. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pour the dal on this piece of paper towel and a piece of cloth, where I'm going to leave it to air dry. And if you are in a rush, let's say the guests are here and you need to make it, so you can wash it, and after that you can take a pan and you can roast the dal in there, so it's going to dry faster. And after drying, we are going to grind this dal into kind of a flour, so it's going to be a moong dal flour. So there are a couple of options that you can use. You can boil the dal, you can wash the dal, and you can roast it for a faster process, or you can just leave it and it's going to be air dry, and then you can grind it. And again, you can do it double the quantity in order to make a stock. So dal is here, so I'm going to leave it for a couple minutes, and if you want, you can just try to soak the water out of this dal with the help of this paper towel, and you can leave it for, I would say, about half an hour, and then it's going to be all good to use after half an hour. Or you can put it in the sun if you want to, and then it's going to dry even more faster. So I'm going to leave the dal here, and once it's dry, then we will grind the dal, and we'll make the moong dal halwa from there. So now my dal is air dried, but remember, if you're using it right away, so try to roast it in a pan so it's nice and dry. So now we are going to put it in a grinder or a blender in order to grind it. So I'm going to transfer it. I'm just putting a half of the quantity so it can blend nicely and faster. Now you can see it's grinded, but still you can see some of the pieces in there. So we'll do one more time. So now I'm going to transfer the leftover dal in here too. And now we're going to grind for a couple more minutes till it's nice and fine. Okay, so now you can shake in the middle. You can open the lid in order to see as well. And just check if your dal is grinded nicely. So we're going to do it for one more minute. Now you can see it's nicely done. It's kind of a powdered form. And now we are going to put the blender away. So now you will see I took one bowl of dal when I initially started with, but now when it's going to be finely grounded, then it's going to be more than that. A little bit increase in volume because of washing and stuff. So now we are only going to take one bowl of powdered moong dal now. The one after grinding is turned into a kind of a powdered format. Now we are going to turn on the stove. And we're going to transfer our 2 to 3 tablespoons of clarified butter, or you can take regular butter, but make sure it's unsalted. Again, for butter also you can take from 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. So the first thing we'll do is, it's going to be nicely heated. Once it's done, then first we are going to start with semolina, which is also known as a sooji. So now the trick behind adding a semolina and a ground flour is that it's not going to let the halwa stick to the bottom of the pan. So it will really gives you a nice texture as well to your halwa. So once you will see it's nice and getting kind of a little brown, not too much, a little bit, then you can add a 1.5 tablespoon of gram flour, which is also known as besan. Now these are the 2 secret ingredients and the almonds in the dal that will not let the moong dal halwa stick to the bottom of the pan. So try to, if there are any kind of lumps or something, try to press on them so they can turn into. Now once this is done, then we are going to transfer our 1 bowl of moong dal, grinded moong dal or moong dal flour you can say, and then we need to constantly stir it and we need to wait till it's medium brown. So we're not going to do too much brown, medium brown, and make sure you are stirring it. Now you can see all the butter or the clarified butter is soaked up by the moong dal, but we're not going to use any more. If you like oil in your food, you can, but if you don't like it, then just stir it constantly and make sure it will not overheat it. I would say the flame, put it on a medium, because if it's going to be flame's going to be high, then it's going to turn brown faster, but it's going to still give you a taste like it's not cooked properly. So it's better to roast this moong dal halwa on a medium heat till it's nice brown, and it will take about 10 minutes till it turns into nicely, till it gives us a nice brown color. Now you can see it's turning brown. So we're going to make it medium brown, not dark brown.
But if you really like the roasted way, then you can turn it into dark brown as well if you want. But we're gonna just do medium brown. So now I'm gonna do it for 1 more minute. Now we are going to, so it's all ready, and you can have a smell as well. That's gonna tell you like it's ready to go. So now it's medium brown. So now first I'm going to add the milk, which is, I took a 5 mils. You can take about 5 to 10 mils, and it's a saffron added, so you can see how nicely the color came out of the saffron strands. So I'm going to add that, and I'm going to add milk. I'm going to put the flame too low, so and add a little by little at a time, not the whole thing at a time. Now I'm going to add at the end everything together in one shot, and now I need to stir it gently. So now I can put heat a little at the medium again, and I'm going to stir it. So now we're going to stir it and wait till the milk is all absorbed by this moong dal. So now you can see all the milk is absorbed by the dal, and I'm going to show you the beauty of the trick I showed you in the beginning when I put semolina and I put some gram powder. So even though it's a non-stick pan, so nothing is sticking to the bottom. So it's really helps you to use less oil. And now the milk is all absorbed. Now we are going to add sugar. So when you're going to add sugar, you will see it's going to start leaving some water out, and then we need to dry that. Again, it's a 3/4 of sugar is fine, but if you like less sugar, you can put it based on your taste as well. So now we need to stir it. Try to put it on a low, and then based on that, you will see if you need to increase the heat. Now we are going to mix the sugar. I took a little crystal sugar format of the sugar. You can take granulated or the powdered form, whatever works for you, because with the heat everything is going to be mixed nicely with the moong dal. So as you can see now, it's getting a little liquidy. It's all because of the sugar. So now we're going to do this till the halwa leaves the sides of the pan. At that point, if we'll see if we need to add a little bit of oil, we can, but if you don't feel like, then it's fine. Now you need to keep on stirring and make sure you scrape the sides off so nothing sticks there. And then we're going to do it until we see this moong dal halwa is leaving the sides clean up from the pan. So now you can see it's coming off the sides, and you can see it's freely moving in the pan. And we're going to keep it on a flame for 1 to 2 minutes in order to have it totally not sticking to the sides or to the bottom of the pan. So this is an indication that our moong dal halwa is ready. So you can see that. So I really used a very less amount of oil or a clarified butter. It's again up to you. If you like a little bit oily, you can add it. So myself, I don't like it oily, so this is the way. So you can see that it's all not sticking anywhere. So it means our moong dal halwa is ready. So now I'm going to add, it's called the green elaichi powder, and in English it's called the Elettaria cardamom. So we're going to add a little bit of powder in here, and we're going to mix it up. It's going to give a very nice taste to your moong dal halwa. We're going to just mix it up. This needs to be done at the end, otherwise it will lose the flavor if it's going to be, if we're going to put it at the beginning, or if it's going to be put it a little before than that. So it's not going to give its proper taste and smell. It really gives a nice smell to it too. So now our moong dal halwa is ready. If you want, you can add some nuts in here, and I'm going to keep some to decorate. So cut almonds, and now I'm putting some cashews, and now I'm going to mix them too. And this halwa will give you a little bit of workout for your arms, so because a lot of stirring involved in the whole process. So now the nuts are in there too. So I cut them into fine pieces, and then after that I wash them so it becomes a little soft as well. So now I'm going to transfer the halwa into my bowl, and whatever the pot you want to use to transfer, and then we are going to decorate at the end. So it's gonna come all in one shot because see, it's not sticking to the bottom. So our halwa is ready. And now I'm gonna use the leftover almonds to decorate from the top, and the cashews. So our moong dal halwa is ready, and I want you to enjoy it. And if you like the recipe, please try to share with as many as friends possible so they can enjoy the good sweet dessert as well. And it's a moong dal, so it's healthy as well. So please, if you like the recipe, like and subscribe our channel. And for the recipe, we can leave the details in description box. Thank you so much. Bye for now.